Let us discuss the law of supply. The law of supply states that other things remaining the same, the quantity of a commodity supplied varies directly with its price. That is, rises when the price rises and falls when prices fall. So the law of supply indicates that the price of the commodity and its quantity supply move in the same direction. And that is the reason why supply curve is upward sloping. So the law of supply states that other things remaining the same, that is ceteris paribus. The supply for a commodity expands with the rise in its price and contracts with the fall in its price. So the main reason of contraction of supply is fall in its own price, and expansion of supply is the rise in its own price. So there is a positive relationship between price and quantity supplied. And that is, this direct relationship between price and quantity supply of a commodity is known as law of supply. What are the assumptions? The law of supply, we have used the term other things being equal, and that indicates towards its assumption. They refer to all determinants of supply other than its own price are to remain unchanged, means constant. The main assumptions are no change in the price of other goods. What are the other goods? Substitute goods or jointly produced good. No change in price or cost of factors of production. No change in expectation of further changes in the price of a commodity. No change in state of technology, means there will be no upgradation or degradation of technology. Whatever technology is using, the same technology. No change in number of firms. There is no entry and exit of firms into the industry. No change in the goal of the producers. The goal of the producers are profit maximization and sales maximization. So there will be no change from profit to sale or sale to profit. There will be constant wherever the producer, whatever the producer goal is, the producer will remain on that particular goal. No change in taxation policy of the government. So if these determinants of demand remain constant, then the price and quantity supply of a commodity directly related. So supply depend on its price, means function of supply Sx is a function of Px. Supply depends on its price. And how they depend? Directly. The law of supply can be explained with the help of a supply schedule and a supply curve. And generally we consider the market supply schedule and market supply curve. So if we see the schedule, we'll find price of a commodity increases from 1 to 2, 2 to 3. And the supply from 1 unit, when price increases to 2, it becomes 2 units. When price increases to 3, it becomes 3 units. Now let us assume this is the original price. So when the price is rupees 2 per unit, the quantity supplied 2 units. Now the price decreased from 2 to 1. The quantity supply will also decrease and it becomes 1 unit. This is called contraction in supply. And when the price increases from rupees 2 per unit to rupees 3 per unit, the quantity supply increases from 2 units to 3 units. And this is called extension in supply. In case of contraction in supply, the supply curve will move along the supply curve towards left, downward. And when there is extension in supply due to increase in price, then the supply curve will move along the same supply curve from point A to point B, that is the rightward or outward movement along the supply curve. So this S is supply curve, it is upward sloping. It indicates that the price of the commodity and supply of the commodity directly related. When price decreases, quantity supply also decreases. When price increased, quantity supply also increased. So this supply curve, upward sloping, it indicates price and quantity supply directly related. Sometime question comes, explain the law of supply with the help of supply schedule. Then we'll use this schedule and we'll explain. Or explain the law of supply with the help of supply curve. Then we'll construct this supply curve and we'll explain with the help of this diagram. Now, what are the causes of law of supply? Sometimes it happens, the question arises, why does the law of supply operate? Or why does the supply curve slope upwards from left to right? Or why quantity supply increases with a rise in price and decreases with a fall in price? Or why do suppliers supply more of a commodity at a higher price? Or why suppliers supply less of a commodity at a lower price? To answer these questions, we can have the following points. Number one, the law of diminishing marginal productivity. The law states that as more and more units of a variable factors are employed, the addition made to total production rises. When we increase the variable factor, keeping other factors constant, then initially what happens? The production increases. Hence, more quantity is supplied only at higher price so as to cover up the rise in cost of production. Because cost increases, the cost of variable factor that leads to increase, and the firm will recover that cost by increasing its price. Hence, more supply at high price. And because of that, the law of supply operates. Profit and loss. With the rise in prices, being other things remaining constant, producers generally increase their production in view of higher profit possibilities. On the other hand, if price falls, the sellers will decrease the supply because they now expect low profit margin or loss. So higher price is associated with the higher profit, and that results the firms supply more to get more profit. And when the price decreases, there is possibility of incurring losses, and because of that the firm reduces supply. Third cause is change in stock. When price of a commodity rises, its sellers are ready to sell more from their old stock of goods to release the stock to get the profit. On the other hand, if price falls, sellers would like to increase stock to avoid losses and result in decrease in supply. So you find that price increases, quantity supplied also increases, and price decreases, quantity supplied decreases. That supports the law of supply. Finally, entry and exit of firms. When the price of a commodity increases, new firms begin to enter the industry with a view to earn profits. Some new firms enter into the industry, and that results in increase in quantity supply because all the new firms will come to the market some amount of commodity, results in increase in supply of that commodity. On the other hand, when price falls, marginal firms leave the market. Which are the marginal firms? The marginal firms which are inefficient, means maybe financially they are not so strong so that they can stay in the market when the profit is low or when there is loss. In such a case, these firms leave the market to avoid expected losses, which thereby cause supply to contract. So these are the reasons why the supply curve slopes upward. Or in other words, we can say, sometimes question comes that give the reasons for the increase in quantity supplied with the rise in price. Give 3 reasons. So we can say that the sellers become ready to offer more goods from their old stock. We can use this point. We can use producers increase their production in view of high profits possibilities. Previous points, high profit possibilities. This one. And another entry and exit we can use when there is increase in price, the new firms begin to enter into the industry, result in increase in quantity supplied. The same thing we can use for the reasons for decrease in quantity supplied with the fall in price, just opposite of that. Exceptions to the law of supply. What is exceptions? Exceptions are when the supply curve slopes downward, or when supply curve becomes horizontal line parallel to x-axis or vertically parallel to y-axis. That means when supply curve does not slope upward. So the cases in which the law of supply does not operate are the exceptions to the law of supply. What are these exceptions? Number 1, in case of agricultural goods. The supply of agricultural goods depends more on natural factors such as amount of rainfall, fertility of the soil, and natural calamities, etc., and not loss on their. We can say that this agricultural goods supply depends less on their market price. So their supply depends on these natural factors. In case of perishable goods, the supply of perishable goods like milk, vegetables, fish, eggs, etc. is also not affected by their prices. Sellers cannot hold much goods for long, and because of that, whatever price is prevailing, they require to supply their entire stock. Expectations of further changes in price. When sellers expect a further fall in price, they would be ready to supply more. Because if they wait, then there will be loss. So they will supply more right now, even at a lower price. And when sellers expect a further rise in price, they will supply less right now. They will wait till price rises, then they will supply. Goods of auction. The law of supply does not apply in case of goods of auction because their supply is always limited and fixed, which cannot be changed at all. Disposal of old stock. When sellers intend to clear off old stock of goods, they would like to sell more goods by reducing their prices. In case of rare goods, in case of some precious and rare goods, the law of supply does not apply. Artistic goods of high quality and poems written by top class poets fall under this category. Their supply cannot be expanded even when their prices rise. Laws of return. Supply curve slopes downward when the law of increasing returns to a factor is in operation, and it becomes horizontal when the law of constant returns is in progress. So in this case, the supply curve does not slope upward. These are the exceptions to the law of supply. That's all. Thank you.